PSG 5-0 in the Champions League final. Champions of Europe. That's the real champions of Europe. But the thing is, yeah, I ain't seen a performance like that. That reminded me of like the old school Barcelona. You know, like the Messi, Iniesta, Xavi, Busquets team. That reminded me of that team. That was one of them performances. Like that performance was so good from start to finish. I think the early goal settled everything though. Settled the nerves, settled everything. I think like when you get an early goal like that, especially when you're on top, because we all knew that PSG were gonna dominate the ball and Inter were gonna sit back. So I think when you get an early goal, it settles the nerves, and Inter and that, their whole game plan's a little bit all over the place. But then they got the second goal, and I think that was just the kind of the killer, because PSG are too good on the ball and they're too controlled. They deserved it, man. They've been the best team in Europe this year. Beat us easily, Arsenal obviously, beat Liverpool. Like, they deserved it, man. They've been brilliant all year. Enrique deserves it. Even the tragedy that he had with his daughter that he lost. Like, I was rooting for them, man. Especially as they beat us and Liverpool. But especially for those stories, I was rooting for Enrique, man. I definitely wanted them to beat Italy, Inter Milan today. Definitely wanted them to win this game today. So I'm happy. It's PSG. They done well, man. They got a few players in the team that are youngsters that you're looking at thinking, raw, you guys, if you can keep that team together, you're going to be at the forefront of European football for the next 5-10 years. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, in and around the mix of it constantly, because that team is just phenomenal, man. Even today's game is meant to be a tricky game. It's meant to be a tricky game. They're meant to be nervous. They're seen as bottlers like Arsenal are. They haven't won the Champions League before like Arsenal haven't. They've got a young team like Arsenal have. That's all of that. They've shut all that down now. They've shut all that down. Like, as far as PSG are concerned, they've done what they set out to do, and they did it in a way. They tried the whole expensive thing with the getting all the top players and spending money here, there, and everywhere, and that didn't quite work for them. Now, this way, building and processes and all that type of stuff, it worked. It worked for them. So big them up, man. Big up Luis Enrique. Big up that team. And it's one of the easiest matches I've ever seen. And I thought like it was gonna be like this. I thought PSG were gonna win. I didn't think 5-0. And that game wasn't 5-0. It could have been 7, because PSG missed a couple of 1-on-1s. It could have been 7 or 8. Then we took. I think this is the biggest win in Champions League final history. Like, that's what you're meant to do to a team like Inter that just sit back all day. That's what you're meant to do. You want to talk about cutting a team open? That's how you do it. That's what you're meant to do. That's what every team, Barcelona tried to do to Inter Milan. That's what Arsenal tried to do to Inter Milan early on in the season. We lost 1-0. Barcelona got knocked out. The Barcelona were cutting Inter Milan open, but they weren't finishing their chances. PSG, they weren't doing that today. The first goal, bruv, that first goal where they just cut them open, I was thinking that is a wicked goal, man. That is such a wicked goal. I was there thinking that is such a brilliant goal. Like, and then it was such a brilliant goal, but it's like they stayed on business. They didn't get all carried away. It didn't become chaotic. They didn't let momentum switch and all that. It just stayed on business. So yeah, they deserve that game today, man. I'm real happy that PSG won. That I wanted PSG to. I don't like the teams that kind of play tactical fouls and all of that. So I'd rather them not win if it's going to be the case, because PSG are not they're an exciting team to watch. It's not like they keep the ball for no reason and boring. No, they're exciting. You play PSG, they're going to give you chances, and they're gonna create chances. They're an exciting team to watch. And they got two of the best fullbacks in world football. To me, they probably got the best keeper in the world. That keeper's ridiculous. Donnarumma is. I know before he's made a few errors in the past, but he is ridiculously good right now. And then the midfield, Vitinha and Neves and Ruiz. Like, getting the ball from them three is a big issue, man. You can't just get the ball from them. And all three of them, none of them are quick. Like, Ruiz is quite strong, but none of them are super strong. None of them are... Ruiz is quite tall, but the other two are not that tall. But it shows you what, like chemistry can do, because they just know where to be and what to do. And each player just kind of... It just reminds me a lot of the Iniesta, Busquets and Xavi. three. Like, really similar to me. It's quite similar. And then you got the guys up front that kind of just say, listen, you guys go and express yourself in Dembele, Doué, and Kvaratskhelia, you know what I'm saying? And that's what they're doing. So the balance is perfect. And then even what Enrique done that was brilliant. When Doué got a yellow card for celebrating, he took him off. He said, no, we're not even getting into that. After he'd done that, and Doué scored twice. He was brilliant today. And then he gets a yellow card for scoring the second goal. And then he goes, you're coming off. I know you're still on a yellow card. Anything can happen now. You might accidentally stand on this play or this. Anything can happen. Off, Barcola on. Brilliant. Like they were 3-0 up at that point. 2 or 3-0 up at that point. And they said, no, off. And you can tell how much they love him as well, because he's running up and down the touchline. When the young boy came on, 18, they scored the 5th goal. They went mad. They went absolutely mad. And their fans as well. Their fans. They got all of them in there, the drums and all of them are up there and above. I love that club, man. I love that club. I don't care. I love that club. They deserve it, bruv. They deserve it, man. They've done well. They deserve it, man. They deserve it all. They beat us and they beat Liverpool, and you beat Arsenal, you beat Liverpool. Especially you beat Liverpool at Anfield. You deserve to win the Champions League, because they beat them at the game that we all like to see. You know what I mean? So it's the perfect Champions League performance, the way they've played. They haven't scraped through. They haven't done any of that. They've been the best team all the way through. They were the best team. The amount of chances they created against us in the first leg and the second leg, even though we feel like, oh, if Declan Rice had scored the goal, or if Odegaard had scored his or whatever, it would have been a tough game. They deserve to go through, because they created a lot of chances. So they deserve, each round, they deserve to go through. When they lost to Liverpool in the first leg at their ground, they deserve to win that game as well. Not once have I seen them get outplayed. They haven't been outplayed this season from what I've seen. So, yeah, man, they deserve it, man. They bought Kvaratskhelia in January, beefed up their whole attack, changed their dynamics. They deserve it. They took the risk. It's paid off. That's what happens when you feel like you got a chance to win. You go and you buy players to try and win. They're not like doing what Arsenal are doing. Where I know they got more money, we're not doing what Arsenal do. We say, oh yeah, we worry about it next season. No, we're in the Champions League latter stages. We'll buy Kvaratskhelia now. Simple. You know what I'm saying? And look what's happened. And he's gone on to be a key part of their Champions League win. So big up PSG, man. I love that club. I love their fans. I love Enrique. I love their players. I love all of that whole club. I love the way they operate. They've done their thing. They've done well. Good on them. And well, we just got to see what happens next year with our club. But yeah, big up PSG, man. You lot done your thing today, man. 5-0, end of, finish that. No debate, no conversation, no competition. Collapsed them Inter Milan and said, you lot go about your business, bro. So yeah, big up PSG 10 times, man.